Okay, what I want to do is go over the quiz from last week. We had 4 questions, all of them having to do with the normal curve and distributions. The initial tire pressure on the tires initially, they weren't out of order. I'm going in this particular order. So the first question had to do with you have the initial pressure for the bicycle tires, yes, mean of 70 pounds, standard deviation of the population of 1.2 units, pounds per square inch, and you have a sample size. Once you have the sample size, you have to use the central limit theorem. What we wanted to do in this first question is it asks you for the mean and then the standard deviation of the sampling distribution. The sampling distribution, that was the central limit theorem. Then list the 7 points you would make along the horizontal axis. So what I'm going to do to start this problem is I'm going to go ahead and sketch the normal curve. So what I'm going to do is take my little template here that I created. Quick, inaccurate picture. And so what we'll do is I'm going to get this set up, crooked lines and all. So quick sketch, we have the mean, standard deviations, okay? Now what's my mean? 70. That's going to go right down the middle, 70. Now I needed the other data. So what I'm going to do is I have to figure out what the other data is going to be. So I'm going to go ahead and use my calculator. And what I'm going to do is put into the stat the list. In the first list, what I have is the z-scores. Those are the z-scores. That's what's going along the hash marks. Now in list 2, I'm actually going to create a formula to give me the numbers that I need. The formula is you start with the mean, and then you're going to add to it the z-score, which is from list 1. So I'm going to go second number 1, list 1, the numbers, and I'm going to times that by the new standard deviation. What is the new standard deviation? The new standard deviation is 1.2 divided by the square root of the sample size. So I have the square root of, and the sample size is 40. So, and then it populates that number right there. So you see how some of the numbers are 3 in the list. In the list, some show 3 decimals, 2, okay? But if I arrow down, look at the bottom in your calculator, they're all accurate and you can create all of them to 4 decimal places. So what I'm going to do is take my list here and take my graph. I'm turning it 90 degrees. 90 degrees so that I can write these numbers. So now what I'm going to do is copy the numbers. So 3 standard deviations, -3 is 69.4307. And then the next one is 69.6205. Not the 621 I see, 6205, because I want accuracy to 4 decimal places. This one will be 69.8103. 70 is dead middle. That's I mean. Then it's going to be 70.1897, and that's going to be significant right there. Next number is 70.3795, and the final number I need is 70.5692. Now, you did not have to make the picture. The question asked you for these numbers. All you had to do was list them. So initially what you were asked is you were asked for the mean. The mean matches the population mean. So the mean is 70 psi. The standard deviation, the sigma of the samples using the central limit theorem was 1.2. That was the standard deviation of the population over the square root of 40, and that is, looking at your first number that you got on your number, is 0.1897, accurate to 4 decimal places, which I'm always looking for, 4 decimal places. So that was problem number 1. The long way, sketching it out. You didn't have to sketch it out. all you had to do is create that list these numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, list those numbers. I wanted 4 decimal accuracy and in a standard deviation to 4 decimal places.